Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about our SmackDown review. It was a pretty darn good one. Jade Cargill's debut. Also, a lot of WrestleMania implications. Next, we have to look forward to is WWE Raw, which is taking place tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So, but before we get into that, of course, we get a number of questions from our viewers that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air, I ask you to use the tips and donations link at the gsmcpodcast.net with your questions. Just put your questions at the top of the list so I can see it, so we can have a nice little conversation. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me what you would like to further elaborate, to further elaborate on. Also, it's nice to have a nice little positive, feedback. It really helps the show, you guys. A positive review is it'll go a mile, and feedback is a gift. Peace, love, and positivity all the time. So again, the link is the gsmcpodcast.net. Use the tips and donations link. Let's do it. All right. So moving on, we have our WWE Raw preview. This has been highly anticipated, especially after what happened with the last Monday Night Raw, and I don't know, it was absolutely crazy. But before we get into that, like I said before, this is last Monday Night Raw, guys. So you can expect a lot of action going on, a lot of just a lot of matchmaking. Perhaps your last like little hurrah to be like, oh, I challenge you at WrestleMania. This and that and the other. This is the last. This is the last Monday Night Raw before Mania, guys. It's kind of like the last game before the Super Bowl. So if you want to talk in NFL terms, but so you can expect something really really good to happen, especially the way Monday Night Raw has been slaying it in the ratings. They've been killing it, absolutely. Well, they are a 3-hour show as opposed to SmackDown, which is a 2-hour show. But the ratings are relatively the same. You have the same superstars just absolutely killing it. That's you got to respect the WWE. You may be a fan of AEW, or TNA, Ring of Honor. Uh, you know, you have to respect that WWE knows how to get the job done, and vice versa. Like as a WWE fan, I got into AEW and I loved it. I loved it. Every second of it. I've also tried to keep tabs on TNA Impact as well as Ring of Honor. And it just kind of, I know they're not on like main like cable television like AEW is and WWE, but there's a lot of great talent out there, guys. A lot of great wrestlers, just because they're not featured on TBS, TNT, USA, or Fox or Peacock for that matter. That doesn't, necessarily mean that it's a second-rate wrestling show because it's actually pretty darn good. Next, let's talk about how DIY and the New Day are teaming up against the Judgment Day. So I can see Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods against the Judgment Day. It's probably going to be Finn Balor, Damian Priest, JD McDonough, and Dirty Dom. So an 8-man tag team match. And I like 8-man tag team matches. That's the reason why I really love the Survivor Series, is because the traditional 5-on-5, elimination match. I don't know if it's going to be an elimination match. I think it would make it a lot better if it was an elimination match. But it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I know a lot of people thinking that this is just like, oh, this match doesn't matter. It's just going to be basically, kind of just like giving people a taste of what's going to happen at the six-pack ladder match at WrestleMania 40. But I think it has a lot of implications. It has a lot of implications. I think if the Judgment Day lose this match, I think they might consider breaking up the stable. Like right now, you have Rhea Ripley. She's so over right now. She's absolutely propelled herself to superstardom. Dom and JD, they're kind of like like, and I don't like to use the word joke because of their God-given wrestling abilities, but they're kind of like the second-rate stars who get beat and stuff like that. And I don't really see them going anywhere. And I kind of miss seeing Finn Balor in singles competition, but that just could be my fandom kind of getting in the way there, because I liked how Finn Balor was. He was the first ever Universal Champion, and due to an circumstance unprecedented, he was forced to give up the title, and who knows how much success he would have sustained if he would have never got injured and kept the Universal Championship. So definitely, I want to see Finn Balor kind of make a comeback, and Damian Priest, Senor Money in the Bank. I kind of still have the confidence to say that he's definitely going to cash it in this pay-per-view. It'd be kind of naive if he didn't. You know what I mean? Especially when you have the champions, Seth and Cody. No, Seth and Roman fighting two matches, back-to-back dates. They're both going to be grueling, matches. I kind of had the thought that during night one, he's going to cash in when Seth Rollins is all beaten and battered, and ultimately beat Seth. So at night two, he has to defend his championship against Drew McIntyre. But I can kind of see like Seth Rollins kind of getting in the mix and like demanding a rematch and stuff like that, and invoking his rematch clause the next night. So having like that triple threat match between Drew, Seth, and Damian, I think that would be pretty cool, and I would ultimately see probably Drew McIntyre picking up the W. And I'm not like trying to I'm not trying to dump on Damian Priest, because I think he's a good talent. I think he's definitely a great wrestler and superstar. I liked him as soon as he came out of NXT, but to be honest, I don't think you can build that many promos or that many matches around him. You know what I mean? Like right now, a lot of people just see Damian Priest as like not. He's a little more than a mid Carter. If he would cash his Money in the Bank in the Intercontinental Champion Gunther and hold the Intercontinental Championship for quite a while, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Absolutely not. I would, I'd be like, okay, I can see Damian Priest represent the Intercontinental division more than he would the WWE or World's Heavyweights. And I'm not trying to be a hater, but let's just face it. Like you have, Roman Reigns, you have Cody, you have AJ Styles, you have all these main, like, complete like heavyweights who are ready to kind of fight matches that aren't with Roman, kind of matches that are, because a match with Roman is basically like kind of condemning you to a loss already. Because he had the bloodline, he still has the bloodline, he still has Jimmy and Solo and the Wise Man, and now he has The Rock. So right now that winning the WWE Championship in Roman's possession seems Universal Championship in Roman's possession seems just like a lost cause, and it seems like it's not going to happen. But if Cody wins the championship, I can see Cody kind of facilitating that division a lot better, kind of giving people like, I'm not going to say he's going to lose the championship right away. He'll probably hold it, but not as long as Roman Reigns. But I could be wrong. So anyways, next match, we have Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. It should be interesting to see how Candice kind of forgoes this match, thinking that she's been on a complete rampage lately, that she's been just attacking me. Even her partner Indy's like, what the heck's wrong with this girl? Like, dude, like, what's up? So obviously Candice LeRae is sick and tired of being like this baby face and from NXT. I think she's, going for the jugular and trying to, promote her brand a little more, which is good. But doing that, you kind of open yourself up to criticisms, and you also kind of, if you want to put your hat in the ring of the heels, go ahead, but you got to back it up. If you think about a lot of the heels you see back in the WWE, back in history, or even current, these are girls or men in the men's division that can back up their stuff. The reason why they're such jerks, the reason why they're self-centered, and the reason why they talk down to others is because they know that no one could beat them. They know that they're just untouchable and that they're good at what they do. And that's why Roman is such a great champion. That's why I feel like Seth Rollins had been doing the job pretty well. That's why Brock Lesnar was pretty good when he was champion. That's why they tailor-made a lot of promos and a lot of like main events and pay-per-views around them, because you have that confidence. And I think the WWE universe and just wrestling fans in general can kind of see that. So it's interesting to see what they do with Candice's character tonight, but who knows? And so just a little reminder that the first hour of Monday Night Raw is going to be commercial free, which is actually pretty cool. Also, you have Sami Zayn against Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn looking to get his revenge on Bronson Reed after he was distracted by Gunther and he's trying to build up that last little smidge of momentum heading into WrestleMania 40. But the ring general, man, like Gunther, it's not going to be an easy fight. And honestly, I like Sami Zayn, but I kind of want to see Gunther, retain. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's day or night, but I don't know. I just would, Sammy over Gunther. We shall see. We shall see. Also, so save this for last, of course. Last Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes was beaten to a bloody pulp by The Rock. The Rock has the final boss. The final boss has kind of made it clear to Cody that he is not going to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, let alone the tag team match that they're going to have together. He had the blood and he was smearing it all over the belt. Like he was kept saying Mama Rhodes, and it was gruesome. It was a little aggressive, to be honest. I kind of watched it and I was like, I'm not happy because I'm not like weird like that. But I know you kind of see that and you're like, oh my God, like this is new age wrestling. Like what is like like why is The Rock doing this? Why is The Rock hurting Cody so bad? Like, dude, it's just a match, man. But I don't know. I think since this is the last Monday Night Raw, and it's gonna be the last episode of SmackDown, I think Cody needs to respond back. Cody needs to do something crazy. He needs to attack The Rock, or I know The Rock and Roman are going to be together tonight, and it's kind of had the past couple of shows have kind of went back and forth like a ping pong table match. Like, okay, it looks like Cody gets the upper hand. Oh no, it looks like the Bloodline has the upper hand. And on that balance beam of WrestleMania fortitude, you kind of need you kind of need Cody to kind of do something here. You need some you need to make him The Rock, meaning him. You need to make him seem human. Like right now, The Rock is this physical specimen. Right now, The Rock hasn't been attacked or kind of hasn't been shown his vulnerabilities since returning back to the WWE, and just in general, The Rock's character. A lot of people don't see him getting like beaten up to a bloody pulp or being attacked, and people like, damn, The Rock just got smacked. Like you don't see The Rock in a lot of those promos or a lot of those matches. But if Cody could do something to kind of make The Rock kind of feel human, kind of bringing him back down to earth here, I think that would do wonders for the WrestleMania night one match and night two. So, with that was my opinion about that. So, all right. Don't go anywhere. We have segment 3 coming up where I rank in my, it's subjective of, it's my total opinion. It's how I think a lot of these WrestleMania moments shaped up the wrestling product we have today. So, yeah, don't go anywhere.